Welcome to another Q&A session for the best club in history, Real Madrid, hosted by Gaëlle. This is a Madridismo.org production.
Hi everyone, again. This is Gaëlle from Madridismo.org, and I must say that we're on fire today. If you've visited the page before, you've seen we have plenty of content about the clásico, and we've come up with a new feature earlier today, which is the pregame Q&A. And now we are back with another one featuring Ankit this time. So, hi Ankit.
Hey guys.
I'm really glad that you're here because this pregame Q&A was kind of your idea. It was an idea that was floating around for a while, and you motivated us to actually do it. So it's only fair that you're featuring in it now.
Oh, I'm honored.
Okay, so let's start right away. You wanted to talk about the Barca trauma, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So here's the thing. I don't know, but ever since that really, really dark night about 1 year ago, every time we face Barcelona, every time Barcelona gets the ball, I feel like we're going to concede a goal. And don't try to hide it. I know you feel it too. It's just, I don't know. I don't know what it's going to take for us to exercise those ghosts. I mean, if it wasn't just the 5-0, then it's, the referee doing something to favor them or ruling off our goals. But somehow I feel like it needs like a literal miracle for us to get one over Barcelona.
Well, a miracle, I don't know, but we definitely have a block that we need to unlock now. Otherwise, it's gonna pursue us forever, no? Yeah. Oh, guess who's here also? Javi, hi.
Hi, hello.
So what did you say?
No, I was just saying it's like a jinx. Until we break it, it just keeps happening. Something always happens. So maybe tomorrow is the night where the jinx is broken.
Yeah, let's hope so.
Yeah, let's hope so. And I was also saying about Casillas. I mean, normally I know I have faith that he's the world's greatest goalkeeper, but some of the goals that Messi has scored against him are just, it makes you shake your head. It makes you think like he's, I don't know, Pinto, who's Barcelona's backup goalkeeper. Like, what? I don't get it. Messi has scored 13 times against Casillas in the last, I don't know, 3-4 years.
Okay. 13 goals. Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot of goals, and a lot of the goals Casillas can't even get his hand to, which bothers me sometimes because what's causing him to do this? He's perfect against other teams. He's unbeatable. He is the best goalkeeper in the world except for when he faces, his biggest enemy, that's Messi.
Cold feet, yeah?
Yeah, it could be because. And the same thing used to be said about Cristiano Ronaldo as well. People would say he doesn't show up in big games.
Yeah.
And I think he kind of got rid of that notion a little bit in the Copa del Rey final. And also when he scored against Barcelona again in the Super Cup this year. But still, when people compare Ronaldo and Messi, I was just thinking, in the clásicos where it really comes down to it, Ronaldo hasn't been nearly as effective as his Argentine counterpart.
Yeah, no, he hasn't. But we've noticed that before in big games, he totally tends to disappear. So tomorrow is not the day to disappear.
No, absolutely not.
Okay, so let's hope that we put an end to this Barca trauma tomorrow, and they're the one being traumatized. Okay, next thing you wanted to talk about was the set piece effectiveness. Can you tell me more about that?
All right. So here's the thing. I was doing a little bit of research when I wasn't studying for my exam, and I just looked back at the 2 Super Cup games that we played over the summer, and that's probably like the best indication that we can have of how the games are going to go. Real Madrid lined up with our once de gala with with 2 wingers and one trequartista and 1 player in front, and Barcelona played their usual game. They were coming back from a very taxing preseason, and which you can duplicate here in the fact that they're struggling away from home. So I think it's going to be similar. And in the Super Cup, we scored 3 of our 4 goals came from, corners, like not direct corners, but since Barcelona is such a short team, it was always one of our guys winning the header, and then, another one of our guys in the box getting the ball and putting it away. Okay. And, I think that might be something to capitalize on against Barcelona. I remember when Barcelona lost last week, the week before, I think, to Getafe. And their manager said just before the game that if we're going to beat Barcelona, it's going to be on a set piece. And what do you know? They scored their only goal off a corner. So that really looks like it's going to be Barcelona's vulnerability.
Okay. Set piece, you're saying corner, it could be also free kicks, right?
Oh, sure. Okay. It could also be free kicks. Just any ball that's coming from above is likely to cause problems for Barcelona. When Barca plays without Puyol, these problems get multiplied, they get amplified because Puyol is their only rock at the back. And if Puyol isn't playing, it's the midget Mascherano who's like, I don't know, he's 160 centimeters or something. And that's where it starts to cause problems for Barcelona.
Okay, I feel bad for laughing at that,
It was funny though.
Well, if it's not bad enough that he's short, he's ugly too.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that was uncalled for.
Okay, that's Ankit's opinion, huh?
He's a good player though.
Are you trying to say you disagree?
I am not very controversial by nature, so I don't know. I'd be a coward again on this one. Okay, next topic. What do you expect from this game? Apart from putting an end to the Barca trauma.
Yeah. Well, honestly, I don't expect us to win.
No. Nope.
Words out, I don't expect us to win. If we win, I'm going to honestly blow the roof off my apartment. I'm gonna probably do something crazy, but I'm not getting my hopes up. Honestly, because I think there's gonna be many goals. Because both teams are going to go at it. There's going to be at least one huge controversy. It's probably likely to do with somebody getting sent off, or a dive, or some underhand dirty trick that one of those guys is going to play. And why do I say this? Because there's just so much at stake here for Barcelona that if they don't win tomorrow, they can pretty much kiss goodbye to the league. It would take like a monumental collapse from Real Madrid to, throw away a 9-point lead. I was actually just listening to something on Sky Sports where Gaëlle interviewed, a former Champions League winning coach for Real Madrid, John Toshak, and Albert Ferrer, who played for Barcelona. And, they said that even now, the feeling in Barcelona has always been that, if Real Madrid gets the lead, then it's really hard to take it away from them. But in Madrid, there's always this feeling that, you're behind, so what? Just keep fighting until the last point. And even Albert Ferrer, somebody who was brought up in Barcelona, he admitted that the Catalans just don't have this mentality. So if Real Madrid build up a 9-point lead, it's likely that, they just go out of the league, Barcelona. And with that riding on it, you can be 100% sure that they're going to bring out every dirty trick in the book. They're going to try everything they can. And I just read on Us today that Pep Guardiola gave a 30-minute team talk before flying to Madrid to his team. And you can bet 29 of those minutes was how to perfect their diving technique.
I'm applauding. Okay, but the thing is, you're saying that they're gonna, go for it because they cannot afford Madrid to have a 9-point lead. But yeah. Madrid has the same motivation. If they get the 9-point lead, then I mean, it ain't over till it's over, but it would be definitely a very comfortable position. So they also have the drive to actually win. You know what I mean?
Of course, of course. We also have the drive to go for it. But the thing is, if you look at how the two teams have built up to this clásico, always, this thing is the Barca camp started talking about this game the second they lost to Getafe. David Villa came out and he was literally, I don't want to say pooping his pants, but he was really in a bad place. Like he was pressurized to say that we can, podemos ganar al Madrid tranquilamente. We can easily win against Madrid.
Uh-huh.
And then there was Valdez who came out and said, now we have to go and win El Clásico against Real Madrid. And I think there was Mascherano as well. And this happened 2 weeks in advance before this game. And, they just couldn't stop talking about it because you could see that they were under pressure. They were like, the league is in loss. We have to win against Madrid now. And if you ask Madrid even like 36 hours ago, Marcelo came out in the press and he was like, the next game is Ajax. I don't even want to think about the Clásico.
Yeah.
And somebody asked Pepe in a press conference. I saw this on Cuatro. The reporter asked Pepe, so your next rival is Barcelona. How do you feel? And Pepe was like, "Cómo? Who's the next rival?" And he's like, no, it's Ajax. And the reporter felt like an idiot after that. But it just shows that Real Madrid, we weren't concentrating further than the next game. You can see that it's another game for us. It's special for us, but it's still another game for our players, and that's what Carranca and Mourinho have said in the lead up to this game as well. But for Barcelona, they've been desperate for the last 2 weeks, and that's really what makes me feel like this is how it's going to go. But you can be rest assured that Real Madrid isn't going to lack in motivation either.
You want to say something, Khalid?
No, I was just going to say that, was it the players that were acting like they didn't care, or was it Mourinho that was telling them to be discreet? And
I think it was Mourinho because I think, who was it? Apakshit's article, I think. Mourinho was saying, but this is just another game. Maybe for you, the press, you know how I talk. For you, the press, yeah, it's a big deal. But for us, it's just another game. And I was thinking, oh, that's such an act,
I'm amazed how discreet he's been lately. I'm just waiting for the next big crazy thing that he decides to do.
Maybe he's gonna explode
It
at
might
some
happen
point.
tomorrow if they lose.
Yeah, for the next big eye poke to Villanova.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, maybe. All right. So let's move on to the next topic. Last, specifically, what do you want to say about him?
Okay, Lasana, honestly, I didn't think he would start this game, but Mourinho didn't even take him to Amsterdam with the team, which is a pretty certain sign that he's going to be in the starting 11.
Yeah.
I did like how he played at right back in the last, I don't know, I think he's started the last 6 games and 3 of them he's played at right back or something like that. And I thought he did a really good job at right back. He was really good going forward. He was tenacious. He is susceptible to the odd brain fart, which makes me wonder. But still, I remember the last time when we played in the Champions League semifinal at the Nou Camp. Last was, hands down our best player on the pitch. He controlled that Barcelona midfield on his own. Which leads me to think that he would also be a great addition in the middle if we played Tribot. And so I really don't know, but I think I'd go with Xabi and Kadira in the middle and then Lass on the right, because Arbeloa is just coming back from injury and he wasn't that good when we played Ajax, so I'm not sure he's in form yet.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, I like Arbeloa, but I don't think he should play the Clásico just coming back from injury.
Exactly.
All right. What do we have to do to win? So many things, no?
Yeah, I think, but let me just focus on the key points here. I think if anybody's heard my last podcast, you'll know how important I think Xabi Alonso is to this team. And once again, he's going to be really, really important in deciding which way this one swings. I remember when we played Barca over the summer at the Bernabeu, Xabi Alonso is literally at the top of his game, which what eventually led us to giving such a good account of ourselves against Barcelona and putting 2 past them. And that's I think Xabi is going to be the first thing. If Xabi doesn't play well, if Xabi's completely marked, I think we're going to struggle to create chances. And that's never a good thing against Barcelona. Secondly, if we start with 3 people in midfield, Khedira is going to be absolutely essential because Lass is more of a dribbler. He's not a passer. And Xabi is going to sit back deep. So Khedira will have to be that crucial link that passes the ball out to either Di Maria, Ronaldo, or Benzema. And we know he can do this because Jose has played him, in an advanced position from time to time, like against Atletico Madrid, against Valencia. But this Barcelona defense is really strong. And, away from home, they've leaked goals. But are Khedira's skills up to the task of, unlocking Piqué and Puyol and Abidal and Alves? It remains to be seen. It's going to be a huge test. And his performance in the game is also going to be absolutely key. Now, we also spoke about Cristiano Ronaldo and how he tends to go missing sometimes. And he needs to have an absolutely huge game. Like, honestly, if I see a winner coming from somewhere, I think Ronaldo is going to have a hand in it. Either to take markers away from somebody who'll be free to score, or if he's going to fly above one of the little dwarves and score a majestic header just like the Copa del Rey final. But Ronaldo is going to be there. You can be assured of that. And, Ronnie, yeah, I trust Ronnie. I think he's going to be the man.
Oh, I feel the confidence in your voice, Ankit.
Yeah, let's hope so. I'm trying to be optimistic, but I just can't get over the feeling that there's Barcelona have something up their sleeve for tomorrow.
No, I know what you're doing. What you're doing is you're trying not to get your hopes too high so that if we lose, you will say, "I told you," and you won't be disappointed.
Busted.
Well, in the Q&A, the pregame Q&A we did with Apakshit and Aaron earlier today, yeah. I asked them if I don't remember what was the question exactly. Yeah, if one player for each team would be particularly essential, and I was thinking about Xabi on our side and the other Xabi on Barca's side. And both guys actually said that, yeah, well, sure, they're important, but I think we have enough resources to win, even if our Xavi is suffocated by Barcelona. And they said that who they thought would actually bring maybe the most chances for us would be Di Maria. So I see that you guys have different ideas, so that's interesting.
Yeah. Here's how I think of it, Gaëlle. Like, think of all the times that we've missed Xavi. Think of the reason that we bought Nuri Sahin on the team, only to replace Xabi Alonso when he's not playing. We like completely struck. I don't know if you guys saw the stats without Xabi Alonso. Our loss rate triples.
Yeah.
Triples. We lose or draw 60% of the games that Xabi Alonso doesn't play. And that's mind-boggling. It's crazy. I like to think of it as, we have all these huge guns. We have all these cannons. Benzema is like a huge rocket launcher. Cristiano is a machine gun. I don't know. But Xabi Alonso is the ammunition. What are you going to fire if Xabi Alonso doesn't feed it to you?
Yeah.
And that's where I think he's key. He's I remember we had Guti to play that role before. He's the kind of player who makes like the players around him look better, just by the work that he does on the pitch. And and it's the same with Xavi with Barcelona. He scores a little bit. He scores a little bit more, but I think they essentially play the same role. Like if you mark, like I remember last year, Mourinho's tactic was to mark Xavi, and that's how he nullified Messi in all those clásicos because Messi just couldn't get any balls.
Mm-hmm.
So I think this is the way to stop Barcelona, and if we manage to stop Xavi from playing and allow Xavi to play, I think that's the way forward.
All right. What about the fact that we lack finishing? I think. Well, I don't know. People say different things, contrary things all the time because some people say, "Oh, we have these great strikers," but I think we usually miss a lot of chances as well, and we cannot miss any against Barca.
True. Honestly, that's my biggest fear. We've blown so many chances in so many big games, and we just can't afford it. It makes me like want those days of Fabio Capello's Madrid back so bad. I remember we'd have one chance and we'd score and we'd win the game in the 97th minute or something, and it happened week after week after week for 13 straight weeks until we won the league on the last day. And that we had Ruud van Nistelrooy who scored in every game in that run, and he is probably the most lethal finisher I've ever seen in my life. And Real Madrid needs somebody like that, or at least we need one of our strikers to become like that. But there is some encouragement. We haven't played our best against Ajax, admittedly. We weren't very good against Valencia or against Sporting, and we managed to put 3 goals past all 3 of those teams. So it does show that we've got some of that killer instinct. We do know how to put chances away. But once again, just like Iker Casillas is the best goalkeeper in the world and we're a killer finishing team, just please don't choke against Barcelona. Like I remember when I think it was under Schuster. No, it was under Juan de Ramos. He had just come in, and we were playing at the Nou Camp, and Royston Drenthe was clean through on goal against Victor Valdez.
Oh yeah, that was terrible.
And it was 0-0, and he missed, and we lost that game. The next year, I think it was the next year, yeah, Manuel Pellegrini comes in with Kaká, Ronaldo. He goes with all his ammunition to the Nou Camp. Cristiano Ronaldo, 1-on-1 against Victor Valdez, and he misses. He puts it straight at Victor Valdez, and we go on to lose that game too. I just don't want one of those chances reappearing. If you get a chance, just bury it. Just put it in the back of the net, please. That's all I ask. Honestly, if there's one time in your life that you want to be a hero, be it tomorrow.
Yes, that echoes a post I've started. I haven't published it yet, but I was actually using the metaphor of the heroes and the epic movies and stuff like that. So yeah.
Looking forward to it.
Oh really? Oh okay. Thank you.
I was also just thinking, if I could bring it back to the Barca trauma of the 5-0 that we have. I was actually going to write about this a little later. I think it was 35 years ago now that Johan Cruyff's Barcelona beat us 5-0 at the Nou Camp. And when they came back for, this was, Barcelona at its like very highest peak, with their total football and everything. And the people in Madrid were like literally shivering of Johan Cruyff before he came. And so Real Madrid on the return leg, what they put was an untested 21-year-old at left back to stop Cruyff, to man-mark Cruyff. And his name was Jose Antonio Camacho, who, eventually went on to, I think he was recently the coach of Osasuna. He also coached Real Madrid and coached Spain in the World Cup. But, that game, a 21-year-old Camacho just brutalized the legend that was Cruyff. He just, manhandled him. And there's this famous quote where after the game, Real Madrid won that game 1-0. And there's this famous quote after the game where the reporters asked him, what did you think of Cruyff? And Camacho said something like, Cruyff, who the fuck is he? Pardon my language. And you just can't help but think that, you know, although we've been like dominated by Barca in the last few years, the romantic in me wants to think that, you know, Marcelo at left back is going to like mark Messi out of the game and, you know, score the winner for us or something. It would just be heaven if something like that happened again. You know, history needs to repeat itself.
You see, you have hope. I see it coming.
Of course I have hope. Come on, I'm Madridista.
All right. Anything else you want to comment on?
I'm calling a 4-0 victory for Real Madrid.
Wow.
Wait,
That's
wait a
ambitious. That's ambitious. Oh, all the mixed signals, Ankit.
No. Okay, I'm going to be realistic and go for a 3-2 to us.
3-2.
Yeah, that's not good.
Okay. You say 3-2 too, Harry?
Yeah, that's the scoreline I was thinking of before, actually. 3-2.
Really?
Yeah, something like that.
That must be a sign. That means we're going to win.
Of course.
Yeah.
Me and Javi are agreeing on this, so let's hope the white football gods agree with it too.
No, well, I mean, on paper, we're favorites, clearly, I think. No?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
we are favorites on paper, but you know, once again, that whole Barca trauma leads me to, like, something needs to happen. Mourinho needs to do something that like removes that ghost from our mind permanently, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. Maybe we need a referee to do the job right, and therefore we will stop complaining about, you know, how other people influenced the score against us or something.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right. Well, sorry. For me, that's it. If you want to add anything else, go ahead.
No, it's all good.
It's all good. So you will be watching the game. What time will it be for you?
4 p.m.
4 p.m. All right. So if we win, I imagine there will be a big party night ahead for you.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna go to the bar and buy a round of shots for everybody in the whole bar.
Are you gonna have people to watch it with over there?
Oh yeah. There's a few Spaniards here, and you know I have some Latino friends as well. So you know we're gonna throw up a big party. There's some Barca fans, there's some Madrid fans. It's gonna be fun.
Oh,
It's gonna be better than when I was in Nice, and since Nice is closer to Barcelona, the bar that I went to always had all these Barca fans cheering for their team and like singing all their songs during the games. And you know, sometimes when Real Madrid lost 5-0, it was very hard to take. But you know, trust me, I gave every single inch back to them when we won the Copa del Rey. I was the only person singing in the bar, and we filled a pitcher of beer with beer, and then we raised it as a trophy over all the Barca fans. It was awesome.
How victory tastes sweet.
Oh yeah.
All right. Well, you know, it's not about France. It's not necessarily because it's close to the border. Because I'm from the north, and a lot of people are Barca fans. But I suspect them to be Barca fans because Barca was winning and just, you know, go with the flow. Really, I don't know.
Oh yeah. Now they're gonna be PSG fans.
That's good, you know. No, but no. In my region, they don't support PSG. No. They support Varane's ex-club. So, you see, good things come from my region.
Is that Lens?
Lens, yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Exactly.
Wow, I'm impressed. He knows Lance. Wow.
But they've been French champions and everything.
Really? Well,
Yes.
yeah, like ages ago. No?
Yes, in 98.
Yeah, a while ago.
Okay. Well, Ankit, enjoy the game. I hope that you will be happy, like all of us, on Sunday. And well, actually, it would still be Saturday for you when the game finishes. So, enjoy the game. And everybody else enjoy the game as well. And we'll talk to, we'll talk to you, Ankit, no, but to other people on Sunday on the post-game Q&A. So listeners, make sure to tune in on Sunday. Bye.
See you guys. Nice talking.
This was a Madridismo.org production.
And somehow I feel like it needs like a literal miracle for us to get one over Barcelona.
Well, a miracle, I don't know, but we definitely have a block that we need to unlock now. Otherwise, it's gonna pursue us forever, no? Yeah. Oh, guess who's here also? Javi, hi.
Hi, hello.
So what did you say?
No, I was just saying it's like a jinx. Until we break it, it just keeps happening. Something always happens. So maybe tomorrow's the night where the jinx is broken.
Yeah, let's hope so.
Yeah, let's hope so. And I was also saying about Casillas. I mean, normally I know I have faith that he's the world's greatest goalkeeper, but some of the goals that Messi has scored against him are just, it makes you shake your head. It makes you think like he's, I don't know, Pinto, who's Barcelona's backup goalkeeper. Like, what? I don't get it. Messi has scored 13 times against Casillas in the last, I don't know, 3-4 years.
Okay. 13 goals. Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot of goals. And a lot of the goals Casillas can't even get his hand to, which bothers me sometimes, because what's causing him to do this? He's perfect against other teams. He's unbeatable. He is the best goalkeeper in the world, except for when he faces, his biggest enemy, that's Messi.
Cold feet, yeah?
Yeah, it could be. It could be. Because, and the same thing used to be said about Cristiano Ronaldo as well. People would say he doesn't show up in big games.
Yeah.
And I think he kind of got rid of that notion a little bit in the Copa del Rey final. And also when he scored against Barcelona again in the Super Cup this year. But still, when people compare Ronaldo and Messi, I was just thinking, in the clásicos where it really comes down to it, Ronaldo hasn't been nearly as effective as his Argentine counterpart.
Yeah, no, he hasn't. But we've noticed that before in big games, he totally tends to disappear. So tomorrow is not the day to disappear.
No, absolutely not.
Okay, so let's hope that we put an end to this Barca trauma tomorrow, and they're the one being traumatized. Okay, next thing you wanted to talk about was the set piece effectiveness. Can you tell me more about that?
All right. So here's,
and you motivated us to actually do it, so it's only fair that you're featuring in it now.
Oh, I'm honored.
Okay, so let's start right away. You wanted to talk about the Barca trauma, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So here's the thing. I don't know, but ever since that really, really dark night about 1 year ago, every time we face Barcelona, every time Barcelona gets the ball, I feel like we're going to concede a goal. And don't try to hide it. I know you feel it too. It's just, I don't know. I don't know what it's going to take for us to exercise those ghosts. I mean, if it wasn't just the 5-0, then it's, the referee doing something to favor them or ruling off our goals.
Welcome to another Q&A session for the best club in history, Real Madrid, hosted by Gaëlle. This is a Madridismo.org production.
Hi everyone, again. This is Gaëlle from Madridismo.org, and I must say that we're on fire today. If you've visited the page before, you've seen we have plenty of content about the clásico, and we've come up with a new feature earlier today, which is the pregame Q&A. And now we are back with another one featuring Ankit this time. So, hi Ankit.
Hey guys.
I'm really glad that you're here because this pregame Q&A was kind of your idea. It was an idea that was floating around for a while.